Hey, Angela Langlotz, trademark and business law attorney here, going live once again to talk about intellectual property matters. Today, I would like to talk about shape as a trademark. Now, I've often said, and I'll repeat it, that anything can serve as a trademark so long as it distinguishes one company's goods and services from another company's goods and services. Trademarks are a source identifier that tell the consumer what is the source of the goods and services. It allows the consumer to know the source and have something in mind about the quality of the goods, the reputation of the company behind the goods. So it protects consumers in a way because it tells the consumer what the consumer can expect. For example, I know that for my foot, Nike shoes don't fit. The heels are too wide, but the Adidas shoes, they fit great. So if I see a 3-stripe shoe, I know that those are probably going to fit me, and the shoe with the swoosh on it is probably not going to fit me. So that is the power of a trademark. Today, like I said, I want to cover shape trademarks. Now, I think it's important to remember that trademarks need to be non-functional, primarily decorative, primarily non-functional. Now, a shape can have a functional purpose, but remember that the primary purpose must be decorative and not functional. If you want to protect the functional aspect of something, you need to get a patent and not a trademark. That said, you can protect shapes that are incidentally functional, but the part that's protected is the shape and not the function. What do I mean by that? Let's have an example. So, for those of you who are watch people, and I like watches, I'm kind of a watch person, although these days I'm wearing the Fitbit, and the watch and the Fitbit kind of don't go together, so I'm kind of wondering what I'm going to do about that. But anyhow, so let me give you an example of a shape trademark. Now, this is a Panerai wristwatch. Panerai is a company in Italy that began making watches for submariners. Submariners being men or women, but mostly men who work on submarines. Okay, so this was made for people who work on submarines. And if you'll notice, there is this distinctive shape of the crown cover. Now, the crown cover function, so it has a function. The function is to protect the crown, this is the crown, and the winding stem from damage. These watches are meant to be used in maybe more extreme environments, so we need to protect the crown and the winding stem from becoming bent, damaged, broken, whatever. So Panerai said, okay, so we're going to put a crown cover over the crown and the winding stem to prevent damage. And we're going to register that shape as a trademark. So this kind of crescent shape here is actually a registered trademark of Officine, that means workshop, Officine Panerai. Let me show you. So here is their registered trademark. I think you can see here. So this part, right? This part right, oops, let me go point. Here we go. We're pointing. I forget which part I'm pointing at. The shape of this crown right here is actually a registered trademark. And if we page down, you can see what they are claiming. It says color is not claimed as a feature of the mark. The mark consists of a 3-dimensional configuration of the bridge of a watch. I wouldn't call it the bridge, I would call it the crown cover, but whatever. The dotted outline of the watch case is not part of the mark, but to indicate the position of the mark. The watch band, large circle on one side of the bridge, hinge and small lip on the other side of the bridge, and screw in the center top are not part of the mark and are depicted in dotted lines. So you can see what they've done here is that they have depicted in dotted lines the part that is not part of the trademark, and in solid lines the part that is. So they're claiming this distinctive crescent shape as a trademark. Now contrast this with claiming function. They are not claiming function. They are merely claiming appearance. Let's have a look at another crown cover that is different. So this one, it still covers the crown, right? The function is the same. We are protecting the crown and the winding stem. but the shape is different. See how it has this sort of hollowed out part on the top and then curves around the crown and kind of follows the line of the bezel here. So same function, but different design. You can see how it looks different than the rounder convex shape of the Panerai crown cover. This one does have a convex part, but it also has this concavity here, and that's what makes it different. So just to reinforce, put my face back up again. Oops. Hello. We're having technical difficulties. I'm trying to, here I am. So just to reinforce, a shape can serve as a trademark. There are other shapes that I might cover in a future video. A shape can serve as a trademark, but its function is not protected. If you want to protect a function, get a patent. You're free to protect decorative aspects of functional items as trademarks. I'm Angela Langlotz, and I go live here every weekday to talk about intellectual property issues. If you'd like to find me online, you can do that at TrademarkDoctor.net, where there's oodles of information about all kinds of intellectual property issues. You can also find me online at Facebook.com/TrademarkDoctor. If you like that page, you'll be notified each and every time I go live. And I'll see you tomorrow.